Yo, what's going on, and welcome back to another Genshin Impact video, and we're continuing to do the Unreconciled Stars event. Now, the first thing that we went over, after you do the initial quest, you get some of these meteor shards, but after that, there are only two ways on the first day to actually get more meteor shards. Now, last time we talked about the areas where you can go collect some, and this time we're going to be talking about the quests that you can do to collect even more. So you can see here I have two of the event quests, and then all these other quests are just random quests I had that give adventure XP, but these two are the event quests. They say time remaining 14 days. So if you want to get these event quests into your journal, you're going to go ahead and head over to the event page, event details, and you're going to go down to this meteoric wave tab. Now, we already added these first two, but there's a third one, and you're going to add that by hitting this little navigate button over here. Now you can see that we have three quests in our quest menu here, and we can navigate to whichever one we want. So we'll go ahead and just start with the first one, and we're going to do this one just to get an idea of how hard these quests actually are. I would assume, much like many of the quests in this game, they're fairly quick. And if you kind of know your way around the game, then you can probably handle it and get those meteoric or what are fading something star fragments, something like that. You can get those quite quickly by completing these three quests, and you'll unlock more quests as the event progresses. But this first one's going to start over here at Grace. Pray that everyone remains safe. Something on your mind? Oh, it's you, traveler. I suppose you've seen the meteorites too, haven't you? Fortunately, none of them landed inside the city, but I'm worried for those who are still outside. It might be a huge mess at the moment. Traveler, could you please help us warn them? If you're willing, please invite them to seek shelter within the city. Got it. Many thanks, Traveler. You can look for Lynn first. Perhaps she knows who is and isn't lingering in the wilderness. Do try to convince her to seek shelter in Mondstadt herself. This really isn't the time for surviving in the wilderness. Alright, so we already know that Lynn's always hanging out here. She'll probably tell us more people that we have to tell. But there's probably not going to be that many people that we actually have to tell. So, hey there, Lynn. I wouldn't really call this surviving in the wilderness, though. You're like literally 25 feet away from the city. These conditions do make surviving in the wilderness quite challenging, huh? Please seek shelter in Mondstadt. Seek shelter. Oh, don't worry about me. I'm always watching my surroundings. I'll be fine. That said, why are you still out here? You should head back to Mondstadt. You might get hit by one of those meteorites. Why, yes, on the topic of people still out here. People still out here. There's a lot of them, actually. Why do you ask? To get them to seek shelter. Oh, so that's what it is. The guild actually sent out commissions to that effect. I've notified quite a few people nearby myself. Those closer to the city have all gone inside to seek shelter. But we've been unable to get very many adventurers on the case because we're short on help, so there's still quite a few people who have gone unnotified. If you're willing to help, that would be great. Give me a moment to remember who's still out there. Ah, that's right. I believe Patchy and Doolin are still at the Thousand Winds Temple. I've tried to warn them both, but they insist on continuing their research there. There's also Vind, who's remained at Stormbearer Point all this while. The guild asked me to look for her a few times, but I was never able to find her. That's all the people that come to mind for now. I guess you can start with them. As for me, I'll give the area another sweep and notify anyone I can find once I'm done preparing some food and other necessities. Let's just hope they haven't run off too far, or it'll be hard for them to return to the city even if we do find them. So 3 people. Pretty standard quest, or I guess it's only 2 people because I'm pretty sure that these 2 guys are together, but maybe they've separated. But I guess we could count Lynn as 1, so that would add up to 3. Standard quest procedure. Do 3 of something and then you're done. So we'll obviously make use of all of our teleporting to get around the map as quickly as possible. Grab this lizard while we're on our way. And we're gonna get these guys to go back. We'll get, oh, I thought that was supposed to be them. This is them. Hello. This is no time for research. We should find a place to take cover. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm not letting this opportunity slip by. Excuse me, please seek shelter within Mondstadt. This again. Now isn't the time for seeking shelter. Those meteorites may yet present us with an opportunity to get deeper inside the Thousand Winds Temple. Deeper inside the temple? Patchy says that if a meteorite hits the Thousand Winds Temple, we'll be able to follow its path into the temple's inner chambers. Have you considered just digging instead? Like, that seems way easier than hoping that a meteorite makes a path for you. If the meteorite does strike the temple, we wouldn't be able to get away in time. We should really take cover somewhere, and if a meteorite were to hit the Thousand Winds Temple and open a path beyond, couldn't we just come back later? Yep, that's also a good point. But what if someone gets there before we do? If you want to go back, go yourself. I'll wait here. But alright then, I'm sorry traveler, but I think the two of us will stay here for a while more. Don't worry, if there's any danger, I'll settle it myself. You're gonna fight a meteorite? Oh, that reminds me, there was a person named Schuster who passed this way earlier looking all shaken up. He asked me for a sip of water before saying that he had to get to Mondstadt and hurry off. But he wasn't running in the direction of the city at all, he was headed towards Stormbearer Point instead. Perhaps he may have forgotten the way in his fright. You should also head that way and look for him near Stormbearer Point. I can't imagine what might happen if he runs into some monsters. I'll keep Patchy company here, and if something really does happen, I'll handle things myself. That seems highly unlikely, but can't force you, I guess. So the other person that we were supposed to find, Vind, is also at Stormbearer Point, but I feel like she's all the way at the top of Stormbearer Point. But maybe she met up with this dude. We'll find out. Make it through. Oh, we didn't make it through the tree. Okay, where's this guy at, though? Significant lack of guy that we were looking for.
Here we go.
Slimes, you're not a guy that we're looking for. I hate fire slimes, cause my damage character is a pyro. So I can't deal damage to fire slimes. Alright, mission accomplished. Now where is this guy? Oh, what? Is that him? That looks like him. Hello, sir. You! Oh, you're not a monster. Excuse me, please. Seek shelter within Mondstadt. I know that I should. Why I'm out here to notify people to seek shelter as well. I might have taken a few extra turns, yes, but still. Alright, so why are you hiding over here then? I'm resting. Something wrong with that? Don't worry about me. Just head back to Mondstadt or something. Meteorites and monsters. Does anyone out and about at this time have anything in their brain cases at all? Well, are there any people out and about right now? I was looking for Vind, actually, by which I mean that nun who's always seen around Stormbearer Point. I searched that entire area, but I couldn't find her, so I went elsewhere to try my luck there. But I was discovered by a group of crazed monsters and instead just barely escaped them. I twisted and turned this way and that and all the way back to Stormbearer Point, still no sign of Vind. I can only hope the nun's already back inside Mondstadt. Alright, I'm heading back to the city. You should go back as well. There's no time to be taken to stroll outdoors. Or outdoor strolls, something like that. So we should go to Vind's normal area, which is the top of Stormbearer Point. How difficult is that to accomplish? We're not fighting you. Sorry, I got a quest to do. Pine gum. Oh, I missed the pine gum. Mint. Alright. Is Vind here? So far, everyone has said they are unable to find Vind, but she's always in the same spot. And she's definitely still there, so I feel like people just didn't look very hard. What brings you here, traveler? Where have you been? Oh, I'm sorry, I was walking around watching the ocean, so I probably wasn't all that easy to find. Is something the matter? Could you please go to Mondstadt? Seek shelter, and you're referring to those meteorites? I understand, but watch out, we've got monsters incoming. Alright, fine, I'll fight the friggin' monsters.
Think you can get away?
Take that, you nerds. Oh, there's more. Take that, you turbo nerd. Uh-oh, he's mad. Oh. Try not to fall off the cliff. I warned him. Thank you, that was quite a close call. And that's why I asked you to seek shelter. I'm sorry, but I can't go back right now. These meteorites are strange enough as it stands. In times like this, it wouldn't be surprising if a storm were to churn the seas again. I must keep watch here. If a storm does occur, I must be able to warn the city immediately. Thanks for informing me, though. I'll be more careful. So, okay, so no one listened to us. Good work. Except for Schuster. He did listen, technically. Whether or not he ever makes it back to Mondstadt is up to fate. But that's probably the end of this quest, right? Like, there can't be a whole lot more. So we're looking at like less than 10 minutes to do this quest. You assume all of them are about the same length, so maybe less than half an hour to get all these 3 quests done. You're back. Have you managed to notify them all? Yes, none of them want to return right now, though. Yep. They all refused. One wonders what important tasks they must have that they should feel compelled to stay in the wilderness at a time like this. Guess that's the free people of Mondstadt for you. Yep. Real safe. Haha, that's true. The people of Mondstadt are as free as the wind indeed, and as dead as the wind. The wind's not dead. As dead as a rock. Dead as a pine cone on the floor. Still, I do wish that they could rein it in at times. The knights likely have their hands full as well. It's alright. I will think of some other way to convince these people. Thank you, traveler. I pray that everyone remains safe. Alrighty, and that looks to be the quest. Got a nice drop of primo gems. As well as, was it 20 of this currency? Event. Yeah, we had 59 earlier, now we have 79, so we got another 20. One of the quests is checked off. You'll get another 20 from each of these. Probably another 15 minutes to do both of them if you're actually paying attention to the quest. If you're not, you could probably do it even faster. But that's what there is to the event right now. We went over searching the areas for the crystals. And what are these actually called? Fading Stars Might. We went over searching the areas that have them in there, and then we went over doing one of the quests, and I'm sure the other quests are of similar length. But either way, that's going to do it for this one. Hopefully you found this useful, and if you didn't know where to find the quests, now you know. You just go down in here, then you can navigate them to add them to your journal, so you actually know where they're at. But either way, hopefully you found this useful, and I will see you next time.